Jesus has come down the Jordan Valley from Galilee, arrived at Jericho, and then made the slow walk up to Jerusalem, and he arrives at a place called Bethany. Now, Bethany's on the eastern side of the Mount of Olives, and this journey was often made by the Galileans as they came to Jerusalem for festivals. And at the time Jesus made the journey, it was Passover time, and Jesus has arranged to get a young horse or donkey, a colt, and the picture is he's in amongst the other crowds that are celebrating this festive time of Passover. But when Jesus comes, the Gospel of Mark helps us to see that he arrives in Jerusalem as the King. We need to understand 3 mountain ridges and 3 valleys to understand the way that Jerusalem is constructed. And so if you're coming over from Bethany, you're on the Mount of Olives. That's the first mountain. You looked across the Kidron Valley, and then the next ridge is the Temple Mount. That's the one that the temple's built on. And at the end of that ridge, as it comes down into the valley, that's where the ancient city of David was as well. So that's the Temple Mount. The valley on the other side of that is the Tyropean Valley, and then beyond that is Mount Zion. And then beyond Mount Zion is the valley Hinnom. Now the Gospels talk about the valley of Hinnom as Gehenna. And Gehenna, because it was a place that garbage was dumped and there were fires burning, this becomes a symbol of God's judgment. As Jesus first entered Jerusalem, on the way he cursed a fig tree. And then the disciples noticed that fig tree withered. Now, the fig tree is a symbol in the Old Testament of Israel. And so to have the fig tree cursed is a sign of Israel being judged. Just like you had Gehenna, the valley Hinnom, talked about as a symbol of God's judgment, so the cursing of the fig tree is a symbol that Israel is under judgment as well. Another Old Testament prophecy that looked ahead to the time of God's judgment was Zechariah. And Zechariah used the topography of Jerusalem to describe this coming judgment day. And he said that on the judgment day, the Mount of Olives, which is the big mountain ridge dominating Jerusalem, that mountain will be split in half so that the land will be leveled like a plain. And so if we know of Jerusalem as a series of ridges and valleys, Zechariah is saying, no, it's going to be a plain. Now this is talking about sort of a cosmic upheaval, but this is a picture of the coming judgment of God. And when Jesus arrives in Jerusalem as King, he curses the fig tree, which indicates Israel is under judgment. And it raises the question, what does the coming of the King mean? Is the judgment day about to arrive?